All right, hello and welcome to episode 35 of Salt Play Sunless Sea. Sorry about the abrupt ending to the last episode. I was just like, oh god, if I keep realizing in the middle of ports, I'm going to forget by the time the port is over. So, just starting Polythreme over. Polythreme here is screaming. Taciturn clay men, evasive clothes colonies, walking like humans, cobbles that groan underfoot. On the hills above, a palace villa of marble, but even that writhes like buried bones in an earthquake. Let's start with gather intelligence. What news from Polythreme? What lives? The king with 100 hearts rules from his palace above the city. He is never seen. He makes no treaties with other lands. But there's unrest in the air. The clay men you speak to are obedient and humble, but they speak nervously of those who are not. The maimed, the rebellious, the unfinished. I'm not going to do any of these other things, so I could sell a Judgment's Eggs here, but I don't want to do that. Okay, I guess that's all that there is to do in Polythreme. Off to Godfall. Blue lightnings crawl leisurely up the funnel. St. Erasmus dancing, the cry goes up. Apparently, if I was at the Melting Isles or Estival, I could get a Judgment's Egg with that. But I'm not. So, ooh. Yes, let me fight the pirate poet. Come here, pirate poet. Damn it. Yes. Alright. You've defeated an Algius-class vessel. Crippled, broken, already feeding the Z's endless hunger. Little remains of the ship but scraps of sinking cargo and a few buoyant parts of its splintered carcass. Investigate the wreckage. We know all of this. Nice. And some kind of barrel. A cask of mushroom wine. Ooh, maybe I will have enough mushroom wine. No, that's only one. Okay, I thought I had more mushroom wine. Fog. I said fog, not fuck. Not that I'm opposed to saying fuck. I just... Never mind. I really love how this looks like a bandage-wrapped limb. It's great. Okay, Godfall. Sometimes, just occasionally, bits of the roof fall off. Be glad you weren't here when this one did. Excuse me. The brawling bearded men who live here call themselves monks. They pay lip service to Saint Stalactite, which fell from the roof, but their chief interests seem to be wine, blood, and shouting. Ooh. Okay, let's go of blood. Offer them a hunting trophy as a gift for their collection. Louder, ever louder. The trophy inspires the monks to feasts of bragging. This one broke a giant albino More's neck. That one wrestled a heptacheer. A third punched his way out of a bound shark. A fourth, and so on. You are largely forgotten, but there are truths of note in among all the tipsy boasting. I'm gonna keep the other hunting trophy. Now I can explore the shattered citadel. Before the stalactite was a monastery, before it ever fell from the roof, it was a citadel. The fall shattered it and killed all its occupants, probably. Why don't you take a look? This is great, because I was concerned that this episode would be short. So maybe this will take up a bunch of time, and then I'll be worried that this episode will be long. Okay. That's twice as many as required to unlock it is probably fine. I've never done this before because I always forget to carry foxfire candles with me. Okay. Through the cellars. The monks have blocked the tunnels into the citadel. The starved men lived there, one says vaguely. They're all dead, of course, but you still wouldn't want to meet them. Still, there's a gap in the cellar wall that they keep meaning to fix. You have moved to a new area. You are at the edge of the citadel. What's down here? Ooh, that's fun. Okay. We're in it now. Exploring the shattered citadel. All beneath is dark. The citadel is dark as only a once bright place can be. It hung up there among the false stars, drowned in azure light for how long? Now it's here. So are you. Okay, so right now, first, very bad things will happen if you run out of candles. So we can go deeper. We can retrace our steps. We can't right now, I think, because I haven't actually gone in. Or we can leave, which I might only be able to do while I'm right here. Okay, so that takes one foxfire candle. I think I'm going to go in 3 and then back out. Maybe in 4 and then back out. We'll see. Go deeper. The citadel lies on its side. All its halls and tunnels tilt crazily. Edge your way through, like an ant through a broken puzzle box. 100% chance of success. This might kill my crew. Interesting. Well, it didn't. Okay, onwards. You found your way deeper into the citadel. You are in the second tangle of tunnels. We've lost a foxfire candle and darkness coils. You've found something, or it's found you. A black-jawed beast. Mandibles slide wetly from the wall. A hollow snap. You had your eye on that curious projection. You push a Zaylor to the ground as the jaws close futilely overhead. All right. Okay, yes. Now I have to retrace my steps to go back. Okay, I've gone in 1. I'm keeping a count on my fingers. Go deeper again. Onwards. You found your way deeper into the citadel. You are in the third tangle of tunnels. Echo. Echo. And I'm 2 in. Creep across a chasm. The stalactite has cracked right across. That crack is a plunging chasm. The dark sea thunders below. You can probably get across. After all, you are Zaylors. Zaylors have rope. A difficult crossing. It's harder in the candle-lit gloom than it would be on the deck of the ship. The crevices of the stalactite seem alive with eyes, but you all make it safely across. Okay, I'm 2 in. This will be 3 in. Onwards, stone drops. You have reached the midpoint of the citadel. Midpoint, interesting. So I need to come back here with at least 15 candles. Good to know. Interesting. We can search the Church of the Starved Men, a cruciform chamber with a great altar, rows of rotting pews. Perhaps the windows once held stained glass. The altar is dripstone, painstakingly carved into organic shapes, jointed limbs, eye bulbs, snapping claws, armored excrescences. Or we can let the Naker's outcast approach the altar. He burbles, his frondules tremble. I'm tempted. I'm concerned that if I search the church, then the Naker's outcast won't be able to approach the altar. So I'm just going to skip directly to that. Imitators, the outcast burbles. They stole our axile arch. They fought. They would be us. It shakes with rage or laughter and collapses before the altar. Still, the change remains. The change remains. It is the longest speech you've ever heard from it. It remains motionless in prayer while you search. An inscription on the altar reads, "So are we shaped." The stonecraft is perfect, but the spelling seems eccentric. 2 stone knives rest on its surface, along with a chunk of flint that might be a knife, a tool, or simply a lump of rock. 3 human skulls wait in a niche at the back. 2 have warped and lengthened jaws. The third has slumped and run like a melted candle, although it feels as solid as any bone to the touch. What now? You can press on, but the going will get harder from here, or you could turn back with your treasures. We have 2 outlandish artifact, 3 lamentable relics, and an ambiguous eolith. Ooh, now we have enough lamentable relics. Cool. Okay, I'm going to go... I've gone in 3. I'm tempted to just go in 5. And then come back out. And hope that that doesn't go badly for me. Okay. Don't look. Okay, I've gone in 4 now. A nasty moment. The tunnels coil like intestines. The stalactite seems to pulse with the beat of an unknown heart. Ooh, finally something that I don't have a 100% chance of succeeding at. Terrifying. Too many turns. It's the air. It must be the air. It tastes of bitumen and rust, but your vision blurs and your ears roar until you stagger into a zone where the air is clear. 2 of your sailors are sobbing like children. Okay, I lost a foxfire candle to that, which means that I need to get out, because I don't have enough candles to go any further in and still get out. So, retrace your steps. Back out, up, before. Very quickly, directions in here become impossible. Okay. Silence. Silence. Retrace again. Darkness coils. Retrace again. Light flares. Retrace, I think, one more time. Darkness coils. And leave. Here's the wall crack that leads to the monastery cellar. A cheer! Money changes hands between monks as you emerge, blinking into the light of their lamps. It is their custom to make bets on the fate of travelers who enter the citadel. Not all of them are cheering. And back to Godfall. That was cool. I'm going back there with more candles, like 20 maybe? Okay. Anything else? No. No shops. Rad. Okay. Shepherd Isles, Abbey Rock, Frost Found. That was great. Again, never done that before. Like, I don't know what's going on. I feel like in playing for this, I'm doing way better at this game than I ever usually do. It's very weird. But it is exciting to be getting to do things that I never usually do. I'm concerned that that means that I'm getting to a point. Ooh, a guy to fight. Hello. Oh, just a pirate steam pinnace? You're boring. But having my light on isn't helping me at all. Come on. Okay. Loot and scuttle her. Some sort of barrel. Another cask of mushroom wine. Okay. I was trying to go south out of the fog, but I don't think it matters. Anyways, what I was saying is I'm concerned that having, like, mostly progressed to things that I haven't dealt with before is going to mean that I don't, like, I get to, things that I don't know how to do and then I'll die, but, you know, maybe I won't. Shepherd Islands. Sheep, lichen, standing stones. Course, the bearded watchman tells you, there are no actual shepherds on the Shepherd Isles. Sheep are mostly illegal here. No, indeed. It's just the name of the gentleman that found the islands. Greybeard, sitting in the village square, nods solemnly. No sheep, one says, but plenty of tales. Ask us anything. Ooh. Interesting. A retired monster hunter wants something to remember his glory days. In return, he will show you a secret graveyard populated by curious corpses in curious boxes. Trade a hunting trophy for a soothe and copper longbox. The tomb. He takes your trophy and nods. Wrestled one of these devils once. I'd show you the scar, but decency forbids. He leads you to a low cliff. Leaning over, you see a grassy stair cut into the rock. It leads to a dripping cave. Against the wall, coffins are arranged in a careful line. Some la-di-da London family bring their dead here. Sail up in a black ship, they do. Help yourself to the oldest one. They won't notice. So we now have a soothing copper longbox, which does things at Station 3, but I think... Oh yes, get this port report. Does things at Station 3, but I think also... Oh, I don't remember what's in the Rose Market right now. I'm just gonna take it to Station 3. Pressing the wrong button again. We'll just go to Station 3 with it. If I get other ones, maybe I'll take them to London. I guess I'll probably keep taking them to Station 3. I don't know. I'll decide in the moment. I've only actually taken Soothing Copper Lung boxes to Station 3, like, twice maybe? So I don't know how they go. Oh, hey you. Yummy, yummy. Butcher it for supplies. Okay. Station 3. We may infer a Station 1 and a Station 2. We may conjecture a Station 4. Station 3. Machinery hums behind high steel walls. Up the hill there are visible outlines of warehouses and a building with a spire, but the lamps are low where they burn at all, and your ship is the only one in harbor. Deliver a long box. The only way past the walls is an unimposing but sturdy-looking, triple-locked gate of silvery metal. A sign beside it reads deliveries. The gate stands open. You'll need a long box to enter Station 3 and explore further. While we're here, search for signs of other visitors. It never hurts to know what you are up against. An abandoned log. A few pages torn from the logbook record a long passage of doggerel that makes no sense at all. The verses go on and on about purple fires and upside-down houses, a fistful of roses the color of brandy, and dolls with buttons for teeth. The pages end just as they are reaching the nonsense refrain. Okay, now we'll go in. Make a delivery. There is cargo in the hold marked for this destination. A long, low, heavy box. It'll be fun getting it up the stairs, no doubt. Up a twisting staircase. There's a great deal of grumbling from the crew. The stairs are sharp-edged and wet. The box is heavy and its contents inclined to shift. After a few slips and a bad bruise to the shin, you resort to placing crew members along the stairs and handing the box along. There is a warehouse at the top of the stairs, but it is not, apparently, your destination. Another sign points along the narrow path towards the building with the spire. Deliveries, it says, more aggressively this time. Someone in the spired building is singing. The song sets your teeth on edge. All right. We can break into the warehouse and leave the box, carry the box onto the building with the spire, or send ahead to the building for extra hands. So we could definitely do this. I'm curious what's in the warehouse, so I want to do this one. Was it worth it? The lock is made of a thick, heavy metal and a bitter cold to the touch. For some time, you think you might fail if the mechanism is actually frozen solid, but just when you think your pick is about to snap, the lock gives way. Not that it does you any good. The warehouse is so full already that when you open the door, a box falls out, glass shattering within. Pale silver liquid leaks around your feet and runs in rivulets over the stone of the path. A moment later, it sets up, hard and cold as frost. Soothe and copper exports, says the stenciling on the boxes. Ice cold silver. You're surrounded by the evidence of your attempted laziness, though it might look to other eyes like attempted larceny. So we can either hide the evidence, or we can send up to the steepled building after all. Well, it makes sense to me to hide the evidence. No one needs to know. Shards of silver. Disposing of the box is not too difficult. It makes a splash trucked into the water, and there is a bubbling gleam from the depths as though more of the silver liquid is leaking out. But soon enough, the box and bubbles are out of sight. The warehouse door closes too with enough effort, and you even manage to get the lock locked again, a more difficult task than unlocking it in the first place. It is the congealed metal on the ground that gives you trouble. It is very cold, very hard, and it has frozen in thin, ragged slivers that threaten to cut your hands when you try to pry it up. It is brittle, though, and you are able to smash it into flakes and pull the flakes away. At last you have done, and the scene looks no different than it did when you began. Only when all that is done do you send someone up to the steepled building to ask for help. All right. Clay stevedores. Not much later, you are standing in the mist, watching a parade of clay men. They hoist the boxes on their shoulders and march away, surprisingly quiet, towards the building with the steeple. An austere acolyte leads them, her lamp swinging on a chain. So, we can follow because we haven't been paid, follow because you're curious, or follow because the singing has got into your bones. I'm going to follow because you're curious. The shipment would appear to be something other than provisions in the ordinary sense. Well, yes, it's, as far as we know, somebody's coffin. Thumping cargo. One of the clay men stumbles and his box slips from his shoulder. There's a sound as though a sleeper's head inside had thumped against the lid, but no one wakes and the box is soon back in position. Under the steeple, the austere acolyte directs the arrangement of the long box in the room under the steeple. There are many other boxes there already, stacked in rows, 3 or 4 times as many as you have brought. In another corner of the room is a pile of wood from previous boxes already emptied and dismantled. Singing to herself about a mountain upholstered in velvet, she takes a crowbar to the box. The corpse inside is permanently dead, in a way that the dead of London often are not. Not a drownie, not a tomb colonist, but not coming back either. It looks pale and ordinary, except for the slight distension of the skin over the breastbone. Gently, the acolyte presses there and nods, singing about tulips embroidered with yellow floss. She lifts the body onto a marble slab. Without pause in her lyrics, she prepares a scalpel. Your presence does not seem to bother her. So we can either watch, you've never heard of this practice before, don't watch, you can wait by the door, or watch with medical interest. Whatever she's about to do, it's sure to be anatomically informative. We have a 70% chance of succeeding at this one, so I'm going to do it, because why not? Excellent precision. The austere acolyte makes an incision over the distended place on the body, laying bare a heart-sized sphere of silver metal. It has grown there, apparently over many years, because the ribs of the corpse have curved around it without cracking. She has to break 2 of the ribs now to take out the ball. Behind it, the heart is intact but bloodless, its color a milky gray. She notices you watching and halts her song just long enough to say, "They do not always grow in the same place, but over the heart is the most common." With a giant nutcracker, she cracks the sphere and another sphere inside that, and another. Finally, in the center, she comes to something heavy, small, and black. She lifts it out with tongs and looks at it through her goggles. The song falters, but she manages to keep humming, though the words are lost. She puts the black and heavy thing into a jar marked with a word of the correspondence. She closes the jar and seals it with red wax. Finally, when the corpse is removed again and the marble slab wiped down, she comes to pay you. Though she doesn't offer any further comment, she seems pleased by your careful attention during the autopsy and almost smiles when she makes her payment. "A pleasure," she says. "Return another day. I may have something else for you." Cool, cool. Okay. Well, there's nothing else for me to do here, so let's head out. Gonna go by Abbey Rock and then being slow on my end. Yikes. All right. Abbey Rock. Here, the Grimm sisters' lair. A black spit of an island, far from anywhere anyone would want to go, and that's how the sisterhood likes it. Here stands their fortress convent. There are bear traps that look friendlier than this. Oh yes, I'm looking for romantic literature, aren't I? Okay, I'm going to start by compiling a port report. And then knock at the iron-studded gates with news, which just gives me 2 terror back. And there's nothing else to do here. Okay. Alright. Gilliflower's End. Let it disperse. Watch its oil rainbow colors fade. A face. It looks very like flourishing of years, the grand shrine face of visage. Something about the eyes, the sternness of the mouth. Perhaps only that it stares at the roof, just as flourishing of years does. Now it dissolves. Gotta make sure I'm going in the right direction-ish, at least. On the horizon, a sickly yellow light glimmers for a moment, then fades. A baked breeze rises. Nope. Okay. Frost found, vast and chilly, a fortress seized by questions, answers, and riddles. I guess now that my terror is above 50, there's not really a reason for me to be keeping it down, because it'll just go down to 50 when I get to London. Okay, Frost found. Let's check out. Show the squatters your navigator's sigil. A plucky researcher recognizes it. I know it well. I can show you, but the way isn't easy. I'll not take anyone frail. You'll need ropes, crampons, skins, tents, and I'll want paying, of course. My bursary is wearing rather thin. Okay, that's probably fine. Almost never remembered. He didn't exaggerate. The ice is slick as an oiled mirror. You need pitons and spiked boots to navigate the slopes, and a misplaced foot will send great chunks of it thundering into the thirsty sea. The air bites like a bound shark. Your face is numb, your fingers stiff, your throat raw. The climb takes you around a sheer white cliff, the waters below swimming with shards of razored ice. At last, a frozen ledge. A vertical sheet of ice rises before you, reflective as a conjurer's glass. Engraved upon it, 20 feet high, is the navigator's sigil. Impressive, isn't it? The researcher says, dropping his pack. It's one of the old accords between Wither and Irem. It means almost never remembered. Your navigator approaches it warily. The sigil on his temple sparks with blue fire. He reaches out, his fingers touching those of his reflection in the ice, and his reflection lunges forward, whispering something in his ear. The navigator crumples into the snow. Oh, the plucky researcher says, damn, we're gonna have a devil of a time getting him back to the ship. You do, but you manage it. Back in your cozy cabin, you imbibe mulled rum. Will you ever be warm again? Huh. Okay. And that took... Okay. Got to speak to the sigil-ridden navigator. The ship's surgeon finds you. He's awake, citizen, and he's asking for you. The navigator has slept fitfully since he collapsed on the frost-found ice. Oh, but I need to get something awaits you. Okay. That's fine. I can get something awaits you for sure. My supplies are running kind of low, but I think I will be fine since I'm basically almost back in London. Want to do that. Oh, horrors below. Sailors at the rail call softly. Something swims beneath the ship. I saw it looking up at us, one says, his voice a tremble. Oh, I saw it looking up at us, one says, his voice a tremble. There we go. Bring out the nets. Well then, Let's catch it. Empty nets. No sign of the beast. Empty nets, empty hold, empty house. The lookout says. You glare at him, but the damage is done. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yikes. Come on. There we go. Okay. Hello, pirate poet. We know how this goes. I only got 100 echo from that one? Damn. 5 supplies, though. That's great. All right. Salt lions. There is a vast sorrow in their empty eyes. Oh wait, first I'm going to speak to the sigil-ridden navigator. The ship's surgeon finds you. He's awake, citizen, and he's asking for you. The navigator has slept fitfully since he collapsed on the frost-bound ice. New purpose. His sigil has grown. It reaches down to his cheek now. The skin it marks is pitted and gray. Captain, the ice told me. The sigil's reflection was its opposite or inverse. It doesn't matter. We must go north. North and north and north. To the avid horizon. To void's approach. He struggles to rise. Where are my charts, my compass, my sounding line? Okay. Avid horizon. That's super not happening right now. Let me write this down. Avid horizon. Okay. Salt lions. I will carry Sphinx Stone to London. And let's also, how much? I do have enough space to do that one more time. Okay. And let's visit the Unmakers as well. Fungal, tisane, and tea cakes. We get funding from the bazaar, it's true, but... Ooh, this one's 4. Okay, yes. Station 4? I wouldn't call it Station 4. It's a little grandiose. The stones are stuffed with secrets, but most of them are used as garden statuary or occult ballast. Most of them. Some go down to the places under the bazaar. More tea cakes. And we'll get a port report. And that's it. On we go. Homeward bound. Oh, that was a fun. post back to London. Oh, great. Kind of obsession. A stoker approaches you in your cabin. Captain, she says, that thing in the hold, it's dreaming about us. It means us no good. No good at all. Huh. I'm going to make the bad decision and say back to work. Chide her for her foolishness and send her away. Shaking her head. We'll be sorry. No, yes, we'll be sorry yet. I have no idea what that was about. That was the image of a soothing copper long box, but I super don't have one of those. It's probably this. No idea though. Okay, here we are. The Revenue Men. Her Enduring Majesty's Customs Service works closely with both the Ministry of Public Decency and the Masters of the Bazaar. Today, they have selected you for an inspection. Don't cheek them. Set something aside. They needn't know about every little trinket you have. That's easy, 100% chance of success. The freest of trades. They tramp up and down your freshly mopped stairwells in their nasty boots. They poke and pry and prod, but they find nothing. And will sigh a breath of relief. As soon as the gangplank touches the quayside, the terrors of the deep sea lighten. Walk taller, smile more readily, but what dreams may cling? Alright, and collect messages from the harbor master. Alright, first thing I'm gonna do is Venturer's Desires. Something sorrowful. We all know where to find human skulls. I appreciate that it can be difficult to negotiate for them. 500 echoes and no questions asked. For 7 lamentable relics. Alright. Oh, I'm going to turn in the Sphinx Stone. Ooh. Deliver Sphinx Stone to a smiling woman in an elegant jonquil gown places a gloved hand on your arm. Are you waiting for the ministry men? They won't be coming, but I have a proposition for you. Bright gown, bright hair. Her skin glows with health. Her smile is wise and merciless. The bright-eyed sequencer. That stone's full of old memories. The bazaar has been drinking them. She nods at the spires that loom over London, the dark limbs that sprawl through the streets. I have a better destination. Sorry, wow. Help us bring light here below, and we will reward you richly. Okay, so we can either accept rich reward, light. These are happy words, or refuse. Those bright eyes, the unmistakable mark of the Dawn Machine. None understand the Dawn Machine, but all fear it. Who knows what its motives are, or hers? I am very curious about the Dawn Machine, so I'm going to accept. A brilliant smile. Captain, thank you. You are clear of eye and clear of spirit. Bring the Sphinx Stone south to the Grand Geode. It was an Admiralty base once. Now it's something wonderful. She kisses you warmly on the cheek. We'll see you soon. Okay. Interesting. Okay. A dusty gentleman. Captain, wait! She gave you an errand, didn't she? She serves a certain power, a bright one, but not a friendly one. I have a counter-proposal. Will you listen? Tired eyes, sallow skin. He stoops like a clerk and coughs like a miner, but that frock coat is of the finest fabric and the newest cut. My name is Penstock, he says. The bazaar has been feasting on old memories from the salt lions. It only makes her more melancholy, and that's worse for all of us, but especially those who love her. So we found another use for the Sphinx Stone. We can set something right. So we can either accept his commission, take it far away. We'll tell you where you will be paid. If you've already arranged with a Bright Aid sequencer to take it to the Grand Geode, this will cause you to renege or reject his plea. He smells of ammonia and sadness. You should go somewhere that does not smell of those things. Unfortunately, I'm too curious about the Dawn Machine, so I'm going to reject this one. Sorry, buddy. Please, if you change your mind, I'll still be here. Please, the bazaar. She has been so sick with stories. Help me. Help her. Too bad. Okay. Ooh, you'll take extraordinary implications. Interesting. Okay. I don't think I have a use for extraordinary implications, so I'll take this. 375 echo. Nice. Okay. What does my hold look like? My hold looks like full as hell. I'm going to sell some things. Sell all this soup and Centilac. Sell this mushroom wine. I'm going to buy a firkin of prisoner's honey because the people in the Khanate need it. I'll sell a bolt of spider silk and buy a bolt of parabola linen. Which gives me some space in my hold at least. Okay. What do you want? You want 7 caskets of sapphires or a colossal fluke core. Great. 1,000 echoes or 1,000 echoes. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I will take a little present from you. And I'm going to keep this strategic information and keep doing the vital intelligence thing. But in the meantime, I'm going to submit some port reports. I'm not confident if I have... It's more fun to submit these as fact. Damn. I'm not confident if I have anything else to do, but while I'm... Okay, anything particular? Oh, okay. Anything particular? Codex. Again. Codex, and then codex again. Ah, I just knocked something off my desk. I'll find out what it was later. I need to repair my ship. Yeah. Repair my ship. I will spend time with my family. Just enjoy their company. I will read the morning papers. I will rest. I don't think there's anything else for me to do. Let me really quickly see if I have the materials for heirlooms. I'm pretty sure I don't. No, I don't. Okay. So I'm going to buy up a bunch of I only have space for 14 supplies. That's not good. There's not a lot I can do about that now, is there? Maybe I'll do like one short trip just to the Dawn Machine and back next episode. We'll see. Okay, well, I have decisions to think about. I have a page of notes to transfer. I thank you for watching this, the 35th episode of Salt Play Sunless Sea. I will see you later. Goodbye.